At the movies with film. Got a great movie for you. Let me get over here. I feel very lucky that I get a chance to introduce this film. Give you a little background. Just walking by the zoo, and the ape heard that I was doing this film, and he went all crazy. He wanted to do it. Beat Girl. Now, he was thinking it was Beat Gorilla. Kind of a crazy guy. Beat Girl, 1960. I went in to see this film thinking that it's going to be some goofy movie. It isn't. Actually, it's sort of a British version of Rebel Without a Cause. Shot by some very serious people. Edmund Greville, who we know from Hands of Orlok, directed the film. The man who photographed the film, Lassalle. Lassalle is a very important filmmaker who's later going to go on to work in the British New Wave, or the British New Cinema movement, particularly with Tony Richardson. Things like Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, Taste of Honey, Tom Jones. He even photographed Zorba the Greek. You know, they do some dancing in there too. Okay. Now, the plot of this film is, well, it's one of those family dramas. Deals with divorce. Sort of Brady Bunch-like. Father comes home with a new wife, got a teenage daughter. They don't get along too well. Not going to go too far into why they don't get along. Likewise, what the daughter, discovers about her new mother. But it's very entertaining. The music for this film, very good. The opening sequence, and you'll see it repeated again later, the music is done by a guy, well, I'll throw out a few titles and see if you can figure out who it is. Dr. No, Goldfinger, Thunderball, Robin and Marion. Think of any of the James Bond movies. Who wrote the music for those? Oh, you know, John Barry. This happened to be his first film score. As a matter of fact, that music that they dance to in the dance sequence down in the club sounds very much like the opening music, that bass line that you find in the opening of the James Bond movies. This was his first score. Wow. What was his second score? Dr. No. Whoa. Jumped right up into the big guys. Now, the film has some interesting people in it. Christopher Lee is in this film. He runs the manager and owner of a strip club. Does a good job. Likewise, check and see if you can find Oliver Reed in this film. He plays a guy wearing a plaid shirt. Matter of fact, if you read the credits at the end, they call him Plaid Shirt Man. They have some weird credits at the end of this film. Don't get up and leave during the end credits, because they're kind of fun. Beat Girl, 1960. Kind of a teen film with a serious edge. It's not your JD film, juvenile delinquent type of movie. It has some. It's got some teddy boys in here, some toughs. Do some damage near the end of the movie. But by and large, you've got some discussion of British youth reflecting upon their elders who came through the war and the generation gulf between these sets of people. Nicely handled film. Has a nice look. The photography by Lassalle is very crisp and energetic. The direction by Greville handled quite well. The film is going to, I think, go beyond just the title Beat Girl and go beyond the credit sequence. Though if you like that dance sequence, which I like, it really harkens you of Pulp Fiction and other great scenes. Beat Girl. Now, folks, don't ever judge a cover or a book by its cover, okay? Don't ever just say, here's a stupid title, who would ever want to go to that, you know? Beat Girl works really well. Matter of fact, I like the title. Kind of kicky, kind of get you going. I kind of like the way that the ape was thinking about it too, Beat Gorilla. I don't know what he would have done if he would have came out with this. I shivered. I've seen some of his little intros that I let him do, and yeah, he does okay. Don't want to hurt his feelings, because I might have to have him come back, you know. Got to have some substitute, and what better to sub for you than a gorilla, right? I hope I'm not too late. Oh boy, I gotta do Beat Gorilla. Beat Gorilla, 1960. Oh. Beat Gorilla, 1960. John Barry. Huh? 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 Beat Gorilla. Huh?